And two are good. Screens off. Hey, there we are.
All right, welcome back to the When Black Roses Bloom. I don't think much of a recap is needed, except that you you stood before what you believe to be Lord Soth in his throne room. Four large mirrors pointing towards him. He was almost spectral. Well, he was like spectral on his throne. A ghostly figure of a man, well, was ghostly, like literally translucent, um, but with his neck broken hard to one side. Introduced himself as Caradoc, his old Finnish owl. Said, so, told you that Soth had done this to him long ago. Um, he seems to understand a little bit about this, or actually more than a little bit. He understands Soth to some degree, and has told you that Soth is trapped, being pulled further and further away from like reality in these magic mirrors. Um, the memory mirrors basically allow you to visit old memories, but Soth has twisted and so they're not Soth even necessarily, but they have been twisted and perverted to um, be warped to more of fantasies. Some of these didn't happen the way that he remembers. Some of them didn't happen at all. In fact, the memory is so twisted that it's no longer even you know doesn't even mirror reality in any way. Um, but he shows you the four mirrors, which I will tell you what you see when you look in each mirror. The first one is a woodland scene. Sunlight dapples a forest with trees whose pale green leaves suggest that it's spring. In the background, you hear the faint sound of a woman crying and the thud of horses' hooves. The second one um, you see a narrow street filled with dark smoke. Nearby buildings illuminate the street with an eerie red light, and menacing shapes rush through the gloom. You faintly hear the clash of metal on metal and agonizing screams. The next one, a wide tournament field. At the far edge stand several colorful pavilions. In the open spaces between the tents, two figures in gleaming armor struggle while others watch. You can just hear the rattle of swords. Beside one of the pavilion lies a large blue shape, some sort of creature curled in sleep. And then the last mirror is the rooftop of a shattered temple, its walls stained by soot and its columns jagged stumps. Just beyond the edges of the rooftop, vaguely humanoid spirits swirl in a ghostly dance. You can hear their agonized cries. He says that some of these, these are perverted and twisted memories uh, that he's kind of trapped himself in. You guys asked if there was an order. He said there's not really an order, but there is like a order of the memories, like in in that order. So you guys decided to enter. Or he tells you that you must disrupt these fantasies. So you decided to enter the woodland memory. He tells you that this never really happened, not like this. In this fantasy, Soth, still faithful uh, to Isolde, his original wife, and they have their son. He saves Beatrix, but then and nobly, and ends up his wife dies, and he takes Beatrix as his wife, after a certain respectable amount of time, like any respectable person. That's never happened. No, no. He had me kill Isolde so he could be with his lover, Beatrix. He had broken his vows long, long ago. But in this memory, he's the hero who saves Beatrix. You must disrupt it. What that entails, I mean, there are many ways, but he cannot succeed in this, whatever that.
Carita, how how do we get back out of these memories? It sounds like to go in, simply us walking through the mirror. How
There will be an exit point. You will see it. It'll look. It'll be obvious when you first come through. You'll see it. That will stay there.
If
Hmm.
if we kill you while we're in there. Does that affect you now?
I doubt I'm in any of his fantasies, his fake memories. But if you're asking what happens if someone dies, if you were to die while you were in there, you would not die out here, though it would be a strain, most brutal strain on your mind. I can only imagine.
Okay.
You have to understand. Soft is he's a delusional, arrogant, foolish knight, former knight. But he is lost in these fantasies, these fake memories. Sith can go if he does not return. If you're only if you wish to leave this place, not disappear with it.
How did you come into his service?
It was an honor. He was Lauren Soth, High Knight of the Rose. And he was always arrogant, of course, but he was a great warrior, the leader of the Knights of the Rose. That was the greatest greatest honor of my life, till he started to fall. First to lust, then pride, arrogance, rage, hate, one after the other.
Which do you suggest we start with?
The woodland scene. One of his less intense memories. Said this isn't even a real memory, but the fantasy is instead of him having me kill his first wife and then marry his new lover, who he obviously broken his vows or broken his oath to his wife to before. Now in this, he's just the honorable knight trying to do right. He saves Beatrix and is the hero.
Red, does this jive with what you've read in the diary or the text that we have?
I'm gonna go ahead and say yes.
Yeah, he speaks Caradoc.
Look, in terms of options, we're not just gonna leave. We're in, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever we got to do to get
All right.
out of here.
And what are the chances we're walking into a trap? I mean, they're just memories, right? If anything, we'll be the weirdos that show up. And they'll be like, what's going on?
Yeah. I think you're right.
Carradine seems pretty earnest. Doesn't he?
Doesn't he? He seems like a truthful guy.
Obviously, you're Oathmaker. Obviously, if this Soth is vile and terrible as they say, then it is only the course you should move forward. Is the righteous, noble way. Those with the strength of arm as yours should put it to good use.
I think there's many paths to redemption. At least pointing out his faults will probably put him more squarely on that path and allowing him to continue in his current state. All right.
Yeah.
Who's with me?
Before we go in, Bones hands the potion of speed to Gideon. Just in case, if things go really sideways, just drink it.
Sure. Thanks. Oh, I'm ready.
You ready?
As you guys step into this mirror, it's almost like, again, it's not, there's no median, there's nothing. It just straight from that sauced throne room into this wooded area. So you guys kind of, take it's a little bit further drop than you expected, a few feet, and kind of catch yourselves as you come through, and you turn back, and there's this, you stand in this sunlit woods. There's pale green leaves and the smell of sap flowing that indicate the springtime that you're in. Just in front of you, an oval of utter blackness hangs a few inches above the ground. It is 6 feet tall and about 3 feet wide and has no depth. Clearly, what you guys came out of. To your right, through the trees, you can just make out a clear space where a road winds through the wood. From this direction comes the sound of hoofbeats and the creak of a carriage. In the opposite direction, you hear a woman crying. In a guttural voice barks out an order, and the crying abruptly stops.
I'll turn towards the woman and send Memnock towards the cart.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you got? Like, what do you mean? Like, when you say turn that way, are you like, you can't,
Yeah, I'm
it's
just
a wooded
looking,
area.
I can't see anything.
Yeah, you can
but
hear,
I'm just
it
gonna
was a little bit further.
start-
Yeah, you can go in that
yeah.
direction to try to go towards it. Or you could, there's the sound of hoofbeats as well.
I'll turn around to the group. Well, I hate to say this, but it's just a memory, so who cares? We kind of have to forget about that woman. We have to make sure he knows what he is. I mean, we'll have to
That's
use her,
fair.
obviously,
It's
but
fair. That's a fair game
keep that in
theory.
mind.
They weren't in the same
Um,
spot.
They're
Hmm?
opposite
They were
directions.
separated. Oh, okay.
let's rush towards the hooves.
But
Stay
what
down,
if that's
yeah?
what they want?
Stealthy.
And what if the woman screaming is the thing we could stop?
Well, we can try that after this.
We don't need to stop anything,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Do we
Keep
observe
down.
To
Keep
stop
quiet.
something from happening, or to just change his mind.
I guess we'll see when we meet him.
All right, deal.
Should we get close and observe first, or just go right in?
I would
Observe.
do our best to observe, but depending on how quickly they're going,
The cart's moving, and if
You
you
know.
want to follow the cart, we should probably follow the cart.
let's go.
Ren, guide me. I'll look through Memnock as I already sent him ahead.
I will take Bones by the hand, but I'm going to interlace him.
As you approach the road, a few 5-10 minutes down the road, I guess Mimnock sees this first. He's probably a few minutes ahead of you guys. He sees a procession of 13 knights in a carriage.
I'm relaying all this out loud.
You see one guy stands out. He's got blonde hair, big drooping mustache, wears a surcoat embroidered with gold. He's also got on his armor is a red rose. His forearms are bare. One is tattooed. As he approaches the kind of fork in the road, he holds up his hand. Halt! He calls for a knight to come up. This is where you guys were you guys are probably like, maybe like 60 feet away, and now you probably wouldn't get any closer unless you really wanted to try to sneak up there. As you're looking through the woods, you can see that's happening.
A good enough view that I could see someone particularly.
Yeah, you can see they're all 13 knights, and then there's 14 total. And one guy's kind of leading. He's got a big drooping mustache and a rose on his chest.
I'm just gonna, for the most part, really study the group in terms of weaponry, arms, but particular attention to the important one.
Okay.
Just general whatever, not looking for anything, just stating.
Yeah, so a few riders, a few like of his knights ride up and they're talking, they're too far away kind of to make out what they're saying.
Can I
But
hear
they're
through Memnock?
um
Or would he
are
still
you
be?
Are they speaking a language I
how
know?
close are you trying to get to him?
I would have Memnock probably in a tree, invisible, just like kind of above them.
Okay. They're talking about which direction they need to go.
Okay, so
Basically kind
just
of figuring out if getting their
communicating.
bearings and how much when to rest. Um, they're definitely out looking and doing something, but they're kind of discussing their next move at the moment. Whoever's this guy with the big mustache and is leading the group is you can tell by their movements and the way they talk to him that he commands great respect
Right.
from the people. At this point, you guys hear like a scream coming back the way from where you came. It sounds like that woman, but it's real loud now, and like it was like a shriek kind of. And you see it alerts those knights as they, order right up. That must be her. He slams his
Understand.
helmet shut and wheels his horse down the, off the trail into some grassy area, and he's heading
Fuck,
back
all
towards
right,
the way you
back we
guys
go.
came.
Yeah, I guess we're
Yeah.
going back towards the scream, probably.
Yeah, but can we take a
maybe-
step off the road? You know,
Yeah,
because
we'll
they're
try
on
and keep our
fucking
distance.
horses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys are in the wooded area. They come cutting back across like a less, like area where the wooded area, it's kind of stopped a little bit. It's clear the way that any kind of, I don't know, wagon or anything could make it. But they take off wheeling their horses. You guys obviously wait, or you don't obviously. I'm assuming you didn't want to be seen, so you wait because you don't immediately run out of the way as they thunder past. You guys start making your way back. About halfway back, as you guys are kind of jogging to catch up, you hear the sound of combat, swords and guttural grunts, and to me, yes, slay the beast.
Fucking,
Oh shit.
I'm running.
Guys, I'm starting to think we took the wrong choice.
As
Yeah.
you guys curved around, you look around the corner, and what you see is it's pretty chaotic scene. There's this large kind of like bush area. It's kind of like a lot of bushes, like impassable. And there's these women, these elven maidens, 13 of them are surrounded. They're like backed up against it. There was a couple of these monstrous, hulking, goblinoid monstrosities. You guys recognize them as ogres. There's quite a few of them, maybe 15 or 20 of them. And they clearly had them kind of these women surrounded or whatever, but now there's a group of knights have kind of engaged with them full force with their lances, and that's what you kind of walk into.
I look at Bungo. Fuck. What do we do?
Is there a way to get the females away from this, from where we are at? As we
I'm
engage?
gonna move you guys over real quick so you can take a
Ooh.
look at it. Let me why change layer there?
Yeah, I'd just say to Bones, I'd be like, it's soft among them.
Fuck.
One of these nights, soft or soft.
Yeah, I don't know. We can't see. Well, I'm assuming we'll probably. I'll wait till map's up.
Yeah, I screwed up here. This is gonna take me a second.
Everyone, remember,
You're good.
it's a memory. We're inside his lie.
Yes.
We have to find some way to expose that it's a lie to him, whether that's through
If we
or altering it somehow.
if we can get him to remember, maybe it will break down the rest of the fantasy and show him what really happened.
So who do we kill? Do we give battle? Do we talk?
We have to kill the woman.
I don't know about that.
That's what
I
he
think-
did.
What do
Yes,
you
to
think
see
he
her
really
die.
did? I think maybe the lie is he killed the woman.
They told you what the lie was.
Yeah.
Oh,
Caradoc, he was
he
ordered to kill his
Hired
wife.
someone.
So he ordered his seneschal to kill his wife. In this
Yeah.
fantasy,
In this version, he
and
saved
then,
her.
So yes, well, no. So no, that's not there's two women. There's Isolde and there's Beatrix. Isolde is his original wife.
Yeah.
He told Caradoc to kill her because he had already met Beatrix, this elven maiden, fell in love, broke his oaths, and then wanted his wife out of the way. So that's what really happened, right? And that did happen. Caradoc did kill his wife and all that. In this fantasy, this is one of them. He said he's been so twisted is that when he did meet Beatrix this way, I guess there is truth to that. But the fact that he was there, like, or his wife was there, just never happened. So in this fantasy, he is just happens upon Beatrix, saves her, but doesn't leave his wife. His wife, and all that good stuff. So it's not even his wife dies naturally, and he gets to be with her. So that's the fantasy. That's the fantasy. Not that he, yeah, that's the fantasy. He told you that. Caradoc would have told you that.
Okay.
That's all right. I
think
misunderstood and
misread
asked
Beatrix.
if he died because I was thinking this was where he killed Isabel. I was thinking we just kill him first.
We find a way to let her die? I don't know. I mean, no, because he's going to try to come in and save the day, right?
Well, how about we save the dead? We've done it a couple times.
True.
Oh
but wouldn't
boy,
that
here we go.
still lead to the same result for him?
No. All right. Well, hey, listen. You're the thinker, Ren, not me.
No,
You guys see that
you may
now?
be right too, though. Like,
Yeah.
let's double think
Yeah.
that. You know.
So this this person up here, I forgot to have his token on here. This is the guy with the big drooping mustache, and
Yep.
With the
they
red.
are just running through these ogres. But there's more. You can hear more grunts coming from like out further away, and you can see all these women are screaming. This woman over here, you can see is she's kind of bringing the other maidens to her. Kind of, she's taking a leadership role in that. You can see she's also got blonde hair, which is different than any of the other elven maidens, but she clearly is like trying to protect them and taking that type of role. And
Is she
you
elvish?
see as you watch, you see whoever this warrior is on the front with the rose, who you can assume is Soth, Lawrence Soth before his fall. He's just every swing is felling an ogre, or at one point he literally catches one of their clubs and throws it aside as he is his fighting prowess right now is just immaculate as you watch him. All right, we're gonna roll initiative.
Oh, yeah, we are.
They don't see you yet. Or nobody does. You guys are more like right at the edge here, kind of in this bush, probably around these bushy areas.
Oh,
All
I
right.
rolled like shit.
Let's see.
It's all
D&D
right.
Yeah,
Beyond.
watch this play out. You didn't roll worse than me, I tell you though.
Yeah.
I really got a 5.
I
All
rolled
right, Bones, what'd you get?
7 total.
Okay, Gideon.
16.
Respectable.
Ren.
9.
9.
Bungo.
5.
Alana.
14.
Okay.
Oh, the 2 on die.
Boop, boop.
Okay, so
It's going down.
It's okay. You
Yeah.
gotta have a couple of these low rolls so you guys believe me when I start rolling that 20 later.
All right.
Get him out of the way.
Get them out of the way.
Boom, boom.
okay. So
Someone better say something before I start killing.
you see that head knight just making his way through them on his horse. He at one point like stands on his horse and jumps off, hits the ground, kind of rolls up in his full armor, starts swinging his long sword as he's taking down chopping his way through to the maidens. As same with these knights are really putting a hurting to these guys. You see a group of them over here are dropping them. He's moving up here. A few of them drop
One
dead.
shot in ogres. Good dream.
All right, we are at Gideon. So you're the first one to kind of feel that urge of, to take the initiative.
Yeah, I'm gonna look to the group, pull my glaive out, and if no one fucking puts a hand up, I'm running through and stabbing that ogre that's directly in front of me. If I can get there, which I didn't fucking check. 35? I can, because 30 feet and I got 10 feet with my glaive.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
give an
if that's what you're
affirmative,
doing.
an
And
affirmative nod.
I'm just gonna go up there and do what I do. 3 attacks. Well, 2 attacks
Party on, Gideon.
and a bonus action. That is a 25, a 23 for my 2 glaive.
Yep.
Alright. And that is 9 plus 8 is 15. And then I rolled a 19 for a 19 plus 9, so 28 for my bonus action with the D4.
Yep, that hits.
For another 8 points.
Nice. You can run up and just hacking into it, piercing it, spinning around, walking as this ogre lets out a roar. Seemed quite surprised by your. Okay.
Yeah. And fucking.
All right. Lana. You see some of these ogres turn and look over at you guys.
So did you say that we had an idea of one that may have been the woman he's seeking? Was that the
Yes,
one that
this
wasn't?
one probably
Yeah.
the one that seems yeah, right over there. I didn't mean to do that. Jeez. There it is.
Okay. So Alana's going to take my max movement and move across the top. Still trying to stay behind some of the foliage and whatnot, not engaging yet. But she has an idea of something she wants to do. She has not communicated.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right, we are at these creatures. These two come running up on good. Match puny human with big stick. Sorry, I don't know why. Just a minute. 17, 18 to hit with.
Miss. My AC's 19.
So they guys come swinging at you, and both of them in kind of a flurry, and you duck and block with your exactly knock on that. At one point, you get down and glancing blow off your shoulder and the new armor. Just dipping you right. Then these guys, you see that the knights don't seem to have much trouble with them. They're not dropping them like every round, but they seem to have them on their heels. But you can also hear some more roaring happening in the
Oh boy.
bones.
Some more roaring. Me already? Oh my gosh. Okay.
Was it Ren before Bones?
No.
Yeah.
Or you should be. I don't know why he's on there as. You don't have an 11, do you? You have a 7. That's a good point. I don't know why. I
Yeah, I
had
have
it wrong.
7. Yeah.
I had
Ren.
9.
Yep, Ren, you're up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a little step forward, I think. Oops, sorry. There-ish. Just make sure. Perfect. And I am just going to bonus action insightful fighting. One of the ogres, I guess. That's deception against my perception.
Yeah, they failed, I'm sure.
Ooh,
8.
I rolled horrible.
They rolled an
I'm sorry, what?
8.
Oh, phew.
They rolled an
I
8.
rolled a 3, but I got a 12.
Yeah,
So
you
phew.
couldn't. Yeah, you couldn't.
Nice.
Failed that one.
Okay, and I'm gonna take a shot at that one with just a hand crossbow. All right, 24 to hit. Well,
That hits for sure.
I guess I'll double roll. Yeah, I'll keep the 24.
No, that hits.
Ooh. For 4 damage, but wait a minute. I did have advantage on that. So I'm gonna throw some sneak attack. It's normally 46 for me. I'm gonna take the 3d6.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna try to do a tripping attack. So that's 9 damage, sneak, and then how the fuck did the trip work? I think it's DC 14. Yes.
Dex
DC
or
14 Dex.
So I need to. I don't know why this stuff is freezing up on me. Look it up the old-fashioned. You said Dex? Sorry.
Yes, sir. No problem.
12. He failed.
Phew. They are prone, and I guess I'll just
Okay.
flavor that with like a classic kind of Achilles shot. I could.
Yeah, knocks him down to his knee and he
Nice.
pulls over on his own weight. Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay, this guy's actually right there. All right, this guy's prone, the one with the blue on there. Now we're at bones.
So just clarifying for myself, this lady over here is Beatrix, his second wife, right?
Yep. You don't see his other wife.
We were told that she was here though.
Yeah, and they did have a carriage.
That's right. Where do we see the carriage?
The carriage did not come with them. The carriage was
Oh,
left behind with other knights.
who is that? Can I see this individual on the bottom left here?
No,
Okay.
no. That's just a figment of your imagination.
I don't know what
Okay.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, sorry. I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis on myself. Oh, that's an action. Do I want to do that? No, I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast. I'm gonna stay back, Eldritch Blast. 2 blasts at whichever one is not prone near Gideon.
Okay.
Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah, so 2 blasts. First one. Ooh, 27 to hit. That's 8 points of force damage. Second one is a 21 to hit.
Yep.
That's 10 points of force damage.
This ogre is just beat to hell.
Then I'm gonna cast Magic Stone and hand them to Memnock. And Memnock's not on the map. But then I'll just send him like up into one of these trees, and he'll throw another one of those magic stones at the same ogre, which is 18 to hit.
That is.
That's 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then I am gonna move.
He is just barely there.
Oops. I'm just gonna move over here.
Where's
That's
Red
it.
Knox thing at? Okay, we are at Bungo. I'll find it.
Yeah, no rush. You're good.
Muted. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah. Okay. So how have the knights reacted to our arrival on the field besides looking back?
They are. They have their hands full. They definitely have taken notice of you, but they don't break from fighting the ogres.
They don't look belligerent yet.
No.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna try something creative instead of casting war crimes. I was considering casting war crimes and just destroying everybody. All right. So then I am going to move up a little to get within 60 feet of. Well, I don't even have to move actually. So I'm going to stay where I am and target Lord Soth on the rock. I'm going to pull out my mandolin and I am going to cast Levitate, which he has a Constitution save
Okay.
to make. Otherwise, he's going to rise up 20 feet in the air for the duration of my spell.
Nice.
Yeah. He rolled a 21 total.
So I'm going to use my reaction to do Silvery Barbs and force him to re-roll. Let me just pull that up real quick.
Is it just regular reroll? Or is it disadvantage?
It's creature within 60 feet succeeds an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. Must re-roll the d20 and use the lower roll.
He rolled a 25 with the second one.
All right. So that is that. I will use my bonus action to inspire Alana and say, I couldn't hit shit, so maybe you could. And so take this D8 and go forth and conquer. I tried. I figured if I could get him up in the air, then he couldn't save the day. He'd be.
Constitution just happened to be one of his best best saving throws.
Yeah, it was either that or try something with wisdom. But maybe next.
Yeah, but I mean, of course, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Every spell is the right spell. Yeah, she's just gathering these. Here, you see that the Soth just lops the head of this one off, and he goes to rushing over here, but he's actually cut off by this one as he's dropped this guy. Kind of catches up with him, but you can see he just rolls out of the way, turns to face the ogre. No worries, beautiful maidens, we're here to save you. Alright, I'll take care of these beasts. You hear him voice echoing. Gideon.
Oh boy, man. I kind of want to do something. I'm gonna run. I don't even know. This guy's charisma. Fuck. I'm gonna run over to here and get on the other side. I'm gonna use like my action to move. And then I'm gonna come up on the other side and be like, we're here to help. We can help save too. And I'm just gonna swing down and then slay this ogre. I'm gonna action surge and take.
So did you disengage? I'm sorry, I missed that.
No.
Or did you? Okay,
Nope.
yeah. Take the attacks. I get that. Does a 20 hit?
20 shield reaction.
Okay, does a 23 hit with the shield?
No, it's 24 with a shield.
Then you're missed.
Yeah,
Because you're
it's
running this
stupid.
magical
I'm sorry.
shield appears.
Nice,
No, it's great.
dude.
Just
That's
the,
fucking
I
awesome.
like to think that the glaive just like I don't know somehow
Yeah, however
emanates.
you- yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna run up and I got
Action surge and attack him.
60
Do it
feet, so I can get right around so I can see this guy actually, like to the front side of him. Like, there's other people that like saving too, and I'm just gonna take 2 glaive shots.
He looks at you with an odd look.
Yeah.
This
That's fine.
knight with golden blonde hair and
Yeah. Oh, I'm an
a big,
outsider,
big
buddy.
mustache.
You're beautiful.
Some
I'm
real
not.
Captain America.
I'm doing what I think I could do to disrupt this. I rolled a 24 and a 21 on my attack rolls.
Those hit.
For 15 and 7 points of damage.
2, nice. And then go ahead and you still have your bonus action, I think.
Well, I don't know. Can you split it with action surge? I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't used your
Okay.
bonus action yet. I don't
All
see
right.
why you couldn't.
Sweet. That's a 19 on dice, so 28,
Yeah, that'll hit.
and I rolled a 3 plus 6. I get to add the pluses, right?
You have to add the plus of the sword in your strength, or the weapon
Yeah.
in your strength.
So that's 9 more points with my bonus action.
You come ripping into him, rolling up, stick him in the gut with the end of it.
Now I'll push
Let out a roar.
him off and just pull my glaive out.
Lets out a big roar. You see part of his intestines coming out, but he's still fighting.
Yeah. All right, that's where I'm at.
Alana.
Cool. I'm going to take the dash action.
Okay.
And I will come all the way over and hide behind this bush.
Okay.
Then do I want to do anything else? Everything else is gonna be my next turn. That'll be it.
You're up to
This guy
something.
gets up.
Right.
And- Yeah, you can't reach you guys. I don't think they have reach. He'll dash
Oh,
to
no.
you, I guess. They get
I'm
up
not
and he
gonna
gets up
take
and
no way.
dashes to you. So this one can't attack, but this guy's letting out a
Okay.
roar. He's gonna come and attack Ren. Ah! Misses terribly with a 10.
Phew.
Yep. You easily dodge out of the way. You see he's barely standing. Swings and the big club spins him around in a big circle as he barely got his. This one here is going to split his attacks on Gideon, misses, and you see Gideon you roll out of the way. You see whoever this is, so you assume Soth. You basically take the blow on his shoulder, kind of kneel down a little bit, and he's got his shield. Then comes back up with his sword. Doesn't seem to really hurt him. Ren.
You got it, bud. Or do I?
How hard could this be? I'm going to. All right. Which one is the dot? The one I got before. He was the one I had insightful fighting on. So the closest one to me.
Yep.
All right. Good.
No, not the closest
Oh.
one to you. No, this one with the dot has your insightful fight.
That's the one with the dot.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll take an itty bitty step and still be. And now I'm going to show Gideon how to tank the shit out of some ogres.
Grabbing a drink back here. You make your
Step
attack
one.
and do all your stuff. I'm still listening.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Bonus action. I unleash my light.
Yeah.
And
Unleash your what?
and then
Back.
I'm gonna make a little attack with that.
With what?
Sunblade.
No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
I see it, but what's the 2 hit? Oh, because this I can base it off charisma. That's right. Okay. Phew. All right. Well then,
I'm here. Do it. Do it up.
With advantage. Dirty 20.
Yes. Yes.
And all right, that's 10 radiant damage plus. I'm gonna pour on. Oh, all of my all 46 for 8 for 11 damage. And I think that just goes back to pure slashing, right? How
I
does
don't know how that works. It probably should all be
I don't think it
radiant. It doesn't
matters in
make
this
any
case.
sense.
Maybe I'll look it up someday.
Yeah, you come
Um,
up and stick him with your blade. It's right into him. He's I was out a roar. You could tell he's quite hurt, but he's still kicking.
he's still kicking.
Oh yeah. Ogres are tough. They're dumb. They're tough.
Well, yeah, fuck. I'm gonna stand my ground. I gotta keep Bungo safe. That's my turn.
Bones.
Okay. I'm gonna first things first. Woo. Bonus action. I'm gonna use Misty Step. Can I Misty Step into this tree, like up in the branches?
That's more like a big thick bush than it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just go into the bush then. Like
Yeah.
as into the center of it as I can, so I'm hidden. That's the hope.
That is interesting because it has to be an unoccupied space, and that's you can, but I mean it's gonna be like, like
Yeah,
there's
yeah, sure.
not like
Sure.
yeah.
Can I ask a silly question that
There's no such thing.
which direction is this ogre here facing?
He is facing away from from where you would
Okay.
be.
So
In that
I'll
general
go
direction.
there.
Yeah.
So I'll go there.
Okay.
Memnock, can he fit through here to like get to Ren's space? Since he's a tiny creature.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Or he's tiny, right? Yeah, he's tiny. She's gonna go there. Can Memnock try and find the book of tales about Soth on Ren?
He could try in combat, but that would be very difficult. I'm sure that is put into his backpack, rolled
Yeah,
up in a
it's
thing,
stuffed in his
Yeah. And he's
unless
in combat,
you had it
rolling
out.
around and
Right, yeah,
dipping and stuff. I mean, he certainly can try, but it's not
He's
like.
gonna try. He's gonna
All
try.
right. You're trying to do it without his. I mean, he's gonna know you're doing
No.
it.
He's not trying to he's just digging as best he can.
All right, give me a.
You know what? I'll use my free action to speak through Memnock because I can speak through him at any time. And I'll say, I need the book of Soth's tales. I'll say that out loud.
Okay. Yeah, it'll take him around. If he doesn't resist you, then it'll just take him around to get it out.
Okay. He's gonna do that. I'll use my
It takes my whole backpack.
I'll use my action to cast message to Lord Soth.
Okay.
So just right behind his ear, he feels like the hot breath and whispering, and I'll just say, "You killed her."
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Bungo.
Should have moved forward.
Make a break for it, Bungo. I got this. I'm trying to teach Gideon a thing or two.
I could jump in and I could kill. Well, what's? I just realized I'm out of range for what I wanted to do.
Get
Hey, you
up
got
there.
that big ass sword now.
What's
Get
that?
up there. Get
You got that big ass sword now, and this is what it's about, baby.
Yeah. Well, still gotta. I mean, you gotta feed the monkey, but I still wanna. Let's see. Hold on. See what I can do here.
Save yourself. Get out of here. You're not in real danger yet.
All right, I'm gonna cast War Crimes. um, so I have the 20-foot circle up there, and I'm gonna shift it a little bit so that I can not kill.
Like, okay, yeah, I saw Ren in it, and I was like, all right.
So you see where it is now?
Yeah.
I want to shift it to the west so that I can get the 4 ogres and not the knights and not Ren. I wonder if I can.
Hold on, let me.
Yeah.
How big of it is it? 20-foot circle?
It's a 10-foot radius, yeah. I might be able to only get 3 of them actually. What I'm holding there. Yeah, right there, that green one.
Yeah, it's gonna get that night though, but one of the nights, which is fine if that's.
No, I'm just gonna do the 3 then. The blue circle that I have that just gets the 3 ogres.
Okay. Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cast Fireball.
Go ahead and roll the damage. The first guy who's almost dead and will die no matter what rolled a nat 20, and the other 2 failed. So that worked out well for.
Nice.
That worked out perfectly. I'm taking credit for that one though.
23 points of damage.
That one still counts for me.
The 2 in front of you are just burned up into Chris. They let out yells and screams. This one's still alive, but it's hurt.
All right, now we can move without attacks of opportunity. I'm not gonna do anything for my bonus action. I'm gonna move now, actually. And I'll move him out of turn here, but I'm gonna move my full distance towards Soth.
Okay.
I'll measure it out though while we're doing it.
As you, she's still gathering these women here who are, you see, Soth puts this ogre down swiftly. He kind of looks at Gideon for a second, unsure. What is Gideon posturing? Are you posturing like you're gonna actually physically attack him, or are you?
No. You took
you
my
showing
kill.
Any aggression towards him?
No. I want it to be like the Legolas Gimli kind of sarcastic banter.
He certainly seems like thrown off by your presence, and he does turn towards you, kind of like, "Are you who are you?" kind of. But then you see he's already moving towards, and then he runs off this way. He just gets to her at the end of his turn. She's tired. Her hands are tied. She's like, "Who are you?" He doesn't have time to answer. Gideon.
I'm gonna run up and cut her hands free. And I am Gideon, and I'm here to save you. And I'm just gonna wink at Soth.
Give me a. That's good. Give me a.
I have a background
persuasion roll, but with it, what?
All right. So I'll let you finish, and then.
I was just say make a persuasion roll with advantage.
Okay. This is gonna be bad. Oh! I rolled a natural 1 and a 17. The 17 turns into a 16.
Okay. You wink at Soth, and she turns to you and is like, because it was just right as she spun around, and all of a sudden this glaive comes up and cuts her free, and you spin her around, and look her in the eyes. She says, as you say, I've saved you, my lady, and wink at Soth. You see his face just flush with rage when you do that. You can see his face just turn immediately beet red and she turns and looks at Gideon with her eyes wide and just melts in his arms. My hero.
And I'm gonna
She leans in and kisses him on the cheek.
Oh shit! I'm gonna push her behind me, and as I see Sauce, getting angry, And then I'm gonna just scan like the rest of the ladies.
As you scan, you see all the ogres are down. The knights seem to vanquish them as they've all kind of turned, and see Soft's face fuming with rage as he spits out, "I'll kill you and that bitch," and pulls his sword out. And then at that moment, there's this rumbling as the whole place starts to rumble, and then as if the sound you hear just this sound of as the ground opens up and splits in front of you, you hear the sound of like a cracking mirror, sound of glass cracking, and you know now that this place is kind of falling apart. Soth is sucked into this void, and not the void, but the crevice that opened up, and as the knights are running around in terror and stuff, you see Gideon's holding Beatrix in his arms now as she's jumped up, fainted from the
I'm fucking awkward. I look
the
awkward
fear.
because I'm doing
And as
this.
you turn and look, you see the world just kind of fade away as that oval is the only thing still there. That void ovals.
All right, that's the end of the episode, right?
Find out what happens next time. I'm assuming you guys are jumping through the
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
We
into
failed,
the
right? Like we gotta,
as you
we
do
gotta
jump through,
restart this?
it immediately just it's like you step right into the throne room, and that definitely was
So
an
did you see
event.
that?
As you guys look down, you see all the wounds, if any, that you guys sustained are no longer there, or bruising. Even I don't know if any of you actually got hit. I don't think any of you did, but you could tell that you're no longer like wary from battle. You know, though you felt everything felt real, even if you didn't get hit. Probably got bucked around a little bit. Like everything felt very real.
Did if we used spells, did those get used? Did we feel like that energy drained from us?
No. The as you guys come out and and kind of catch your breath and you look around, you find you're in the throne room. Can't help but your attention be drawn a little bit to the throne, where the ghostly kind of barely there incorporeal Soft sits. But the ghostly knight that's seated on the throne seems to have moved slightly. His hands now are clenched around the sword that lays in his lap, and his forehead is wrinkled into a frown. His eyes remain closed, but every now and then the eyelids twitch.
Hmm. Okay.
You see
So we
Caradoc.
fucked up,
You hear
right?
Caradoc from behind you. Well done. None of you lost your minds and returned, spoiling his fantasy. He is no hero. No, not the hero he thinks he is.
Wait, it
Well
worked?
done.
Yeah. Yeah, we spoiled
I
his.
thought we messed up.
Oh,
No,
I
we
thought we
spoiled
game over
Russ's
us.
fantasy.
There
No,
were
we-
many ways you could spoil such a fantasy, but that was definitely one of them.
It
Right
was
in
the
front of his
brush.
men, in
You're
front of
right.
everyone.
Hmm.
That is, yes, what true nobility and honor looks like.
We
You
didn't just
fool.
steal his opportunity; we embarrassed him.
Indeed.
I see.
That
Were you
happens
able to
when you
see
fight
it?
me. I mean, literally, yeah, it does.
I watched it unfold. Yes.
I'm getting.
Yeah, okay. Nice.
Okay, what's the next thing?
I can't
Kiss
believe
the
that
crushed
worked.
thing.
I mean, you got the girl, man.
I know.
It was good. It was good.
Same. Yeah, next
Um,
time, Gideon, just move faster. And I mean, like, with that silver tongue.
Smoochy
Um,
Boochie right out the gate.
Caradoc walks you over to the next
Just
one.
pull your pants down.
It's the one that's like the smoke-filled
Boys.
streets and all that. As you guys approach, he looks there and says, um, "This is after his fall, after he become what he is now. He
Mm.
wishes the memory is his conquest of Palantheus, a great city in my land." Uh,
And
but unfortunately,
what
it
was
also is the site of one of his greatest failures, though he omits this from his memory. In this, he did sack the city of Palantheus. But this is where Kitiara died. Kitiara is the dragon, the High Lord he met after his fall, that he would try to conquer the realm with.
Kitty are the actual object. So, first wife is sold.
Yep.
Second
He
wife,
killed
Beatrix.
and then he killed Beatrix with his bare hands.
Okay, and the
Killed
third
two of
wife.
his wives. Yeah, and then no, third. He never married Kitiara. This is after he was a Death Knight.
He just loved
But
her.
he found he loved her. She was this dragon High Lord. She rode a great blue wyrm, and
Okay.
they fought together. But she too died. Everything he touches dies.
Turns to ash.
That is who he is.
Okay.
He tries not to remember this one.
He tries not. Well, in this one, he fantasizes. He in his memory, Kitiara doesn't die, and he retrieved. There was a powerful artifact that he was looking for from a rogue. They called him the Half Elven, but he was unfortunately unable to obtain it here, and he lost his. Though he defeated the city, he lost Kitiara and never obtained this crown of power he seeked. But in this fantasy of his, he of course is victorious, killing Tanis with his bare hands, claiming the crown and ruling over the city with his warrior companion Kitiara. But in
So we
all
have to
truth, he
kill her.
lost much this day.
So, we have to show him that Kitty R doesn't make it.
And he didn't get the crown.
Spoil his fun. I like this one. All right.
So like, taking with what we learned from our first trial, we just try to locate her first and go from there.
I suppose.
Is there another opinion?
Well, there's what, 3 different things going on in this one, right?
There's the treasure, her. I suppose that's it.
Well, and then he kills the big whatever, right?
Oh yeah.
Save the town.
Beatrix,
Save the
so
lady.
Right. Attacks the city with Kitty Era, but she dies in the process, right?
Right.
Yeah.
She dies. He loses her, and he never obtained the
Yeah. So we
reason
can
they
either
really came.
thwart his obtaining this crown, this powerful artifact. We can kill Kitty R or show him that she somehow died. Either one should break the illusion for him. Or we could just save the whole city.
Nah.
Yeah, how hard could it be? Or split the party. I mean,
No.
3
5
teams.
ways.
Split the party 5 ways. We all take our own vector.
Well, let's get in there and then let's see which opportunity presents itself first.
A
Agreed.
question. As I try to speak to what's his face. What does the
Paradox.
crown do again?
It's a powerful artifact. Gives the wearer great protections. It was created long ago. It was gifted to the first rulers of the land, and that was passed down. Though it was lost. He's hoping it would bolster his war machine with Kitiara.
And
By war
it's
machine, I
in the
mean it's like
possession
apparatus.
of
His actual
some
war
some half elven.
Tanis, half elven. He's the one who possessed it. He escaped the clutches of Soth. In reality, though, here I believe he falls to his hand, and he is successful in obtaining the crown from him.
You know what type of man Tanis was?
A good man,
Always has to
outcast,
be good.
half elven, a bit more frowned upon where we come from originally than where we are now. But he was still a good man, even through his hardships.
Okay.
Strong warrior. Though, no match for Soth, especially at this point when he has fully fallen.
Well, boys, I think the first thing we should do is get the crown and have it be worn, and then foil the rest of the plans.
I don't think that's bad, but I say we see what presents itself first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could be stepping right into the middle of something.
Worn by one of us?
That was my intention. Yes.
Gideon!
Yeah.
King Gideon.
Moochie moochies.
You know,
And you could win the Dragon Lady too, huh?
I know you guys like to give me shit, but people are tending to follow me. Do what I say.
I like to keep you just in front of me. It's so by definition, I follow you a lot. So I think we're pretty square. We have no plan
Going through?
yet, but we'll formulate one quick. We've got an outline. We have the conception
The
of a plan.
bones of it.
We have the bones of a plan.
That's
Hey-oh!
You like that? Tom? I do
As you
like
guys
that.
step into the smoke-filled streets, again, it's like stepping right in, and it just assaults your senses of the heat in the air and the smoke's burning your eyes, and you smell it, and you can hear, people screaming, the sound of battle happening. You clearly stepped into a city in the midst of a horrible battle. You stand in the narrow street, in a narrow street filled with smoke. Overhead, you hear the flapping of mighty wings, though there's not much you can make out from it at this point. From closer at hand comes a clash of weapons and screams. As you guys kind of get your bearings, figures come stumbling out of the darkness towards you. He appears to be a half-elven knight wearing plate mail armor. It's embossed with the kingfisher design. Golden crown encircles his brow. He carries a sword in one hand and just a sword in one hand. He seems to have like a little bit of blood coming down. Like you don't see any grievous wounds, but clearly he's seen some action. He looks up at you. Oh, my friends! There you are. Rally to my side and fight well, for Palantheus would surely fall. I got separated from my unit, and that's when you guys look down and look around. And you realize you're kind of all wearing the same thing. Looks like you're wearing armor. Like that you can your items. You can grab your items, but as you look down, you realize that there's some. You look like a
Made to
knight.
blend in. Yeah.
Yeah. Come.
Palantheus?
Palanthus is the city you're in. Yeah. You've never heard of that city. None of you have. This whole land they come from.
That doesn't like ring up Palantir, Palantir, whatever it was with the sword.
What? Oh,
What's
Paladine.
that? Paladine. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure Palantheus. That's a wise thought that could be named after Paladine, or they do absolutely
Okay.
are reminiscent.
Good catch.
Anything in the book of this battle?
Yeah, he speaks it speaks of him as like being like even falling deeper in despair. He clearly at one point before he was in these mirrors had that memory, like the real memory of losing Kitiara, and the embarrassment of not being able to capture Tanis or kill Tanis and take what he thought was his, like shame,
From
regret,
the-
rage, and instead of dealing with just shame and regret and failure and just not being able to handle that emotionally and letting it out in rage and fury and violence.
From any context of what I've read about this, can I infer anything about the big strong wings flying overhead?
Well, there were definitely dragons,
Okay.
as Kitiara is a dragon high lord, so you could definitely assume that there could be possibly a dragon or two flying around. You
I
see
just wanted
that half
not
elf
make
is.
this-
We don't have time to rest here. Come on, look, as you can see, we haven't lost this yet, but we're on the verge.
Brothers
Come on,
and
rally
sisters,
with me.
let us rally to our bannermen.
Let's find there. We can climb up onto the half wall there. We'll get a better view. Give us the upper ground or the high ground, or at least as high as we can get safely. You guys make your way up there, and you kind of start. It's still smoke covered. You can see there's
As we're
clearly a large
walking-
city, though. You don't make. I'm sorry.
No, sorry. I just want to
You
do
don't
something as
you
we're
don't
walking.
you don't make out a lot of like details, but you can definitely see that. You can see fires burning, and you hear the beating of wings. And as you guys just get to the top, and he kind of pulls you up, you see suddenly the wind shift and the smoke parts. You see a broad-shouldered man with blonde hair and a mustache. Um, he says, "Tanis, um, prepare to die," and he pulls down his helmet, and you see it's the black burnt um, helmet as he pulls it down. Um, Tanis, prepare to die! I shall have that crown, and Palanthus both will fall to me this day. As he speaks, um, you see what he's on uh, becomes clear as this uh, beating winged blue dragon comes down. And you can make out fully. See, there's a woman wearing an intricate plate armor and design of a dragon head helm on the back, and he stands, and you see um, Soth leap off onto the edge thing you're on in front of Tanis as you guys are all standing there. I'll take your head with that crown on it. I'm gonna move you guys over. We'll take a break here in a second too, but I do want to.
Can I pop the potion right now?
I mean, I think if there's a time to use it.
I don't
I
know.
mean, yeah.
No, you
I
can
don't
use
know.
it
So
every time. You use
we'll
it.
take
I
a
was
break
gonna
here,
say,
and then when we
I
come back,
think
we'll have
we
the
get
map. I
all
need to
our
pick the
Okay,
characters.
back
hold on. Let
after
me
the
get
memory.
back up.
So-
All right, we'll be back in 15. Vocals Good. Vocals 2 are good. Break screen is off. We are back. All right.
Oh
I
my
feel
god.
like I need to change the music up for this.
I feel like we have to roll initiative.
Yeah.
No, that's not. Never do that.
All right, guys, just like we planned, everyone's on the same page. We have no plan yet.
Yeah, Tannis,
Stick to it.
he's just mad because I took his
The
old
plan.
lady. His old lady fell in love with me.
Okay, so you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back. Yep, good to go.
Going.
So you guys are in. You find yourself in the city. Smoke filling the air, filling your lungs and your eyes, making it difficult to see. You run into this half-elven warrior. He seems to see you as his own knights. He's like, rally with me. You follow him, and that's when he appears, the Dark Lord himself. But you can see this isn't the, you know, rigid, dead thing you've seen sitting on this throne so far. He is quite animated. He is quite determined as this black armored figure, lands as it does. Ash kind of falls off from his black rose. Pinpoint eyes behind, red eyes behind him. He looks at all of you and looks at today's the day you die, Tanis. I'm gonna take that crown off your head, present it to my lady. You see that figure behind them on the blue dragon. So we are gonna roll initiative. But you can do what you want. It's not always roll initiative. Okay, this time it is.
Makes sense.
Oftentimes it is. Look,
You
initiative.
had to
That's when things are
narratively-
like fun, right?
Yeah, you had to I didn't mean to step on it. I'm sorry.
No. So I don't know if you guys can see.
Yeah, I can see.
So the dragon is hovering with her probably like 30 feet up, like kind of watching. Oh, we're gonna roll for initiative. So
Oh, good roll.
all right, we are doing this, huh?
Oh boy.
You guys. Okay. What are you doing? Or wait, what'd you guys roll?
Well, I rolled a nat 20 for a 21.
Nice. So Alana, you got.
I rolled an 18 plus 2 for 20.
Maybe that good. Gideon.
7.
Oh, with strong 7, always good. Jeff.
Yeah.
Brent.
Fuck. I rolled a nat 20 for 23. And this is not my third order
Bungo.
in the stack.
What? I think you're maybe muted, or I didn't catch that.
No,
I was muted. I rolled a 9. You guys have missed all my witty retorts.
Yeah, we're like, man, Bungo's quiet tonight. He's like,
I'll tell you what, I'm just based on my passive perception. I bet they were fucking great.
They're great. They're great.
They were. Jesus.
Much greater than my initiative roll.
okay,
You're
I think that's
compensating.
everybody. That means actually, yeah, Ren, then Alana.
Nice.
So this is what you see here, and this knight is walking towards that armored knight in front of you, the half elven, clearly Tanis. Hold your ground. We can defeat him. You guys have never seen like anything quite as terrifying as what you're seeing walking towards you. There is definitely an aura of pervasive darkness. Alana for sure gets up. Okay. Ren, what are you doing?
Fucking hate going first. Well, I'm gonna show my bravery. Let this guy know I am not going to run away. Why can't I grab you? Hold on. I'm having trouble moving, but I basically want to shoulder up with the knight right in front of me. I can't grab me.
I moved you. I don't know if this is what you meant or where you meant.
Yeah, that'll work. Perfect. Fucking fuck. Insightful fighting on the knight.
Okay.
Or soft.
Yeah, here's a good portrayal of the difference between what you saw in the first mirror and the second mirror.
Oof.
All right.
He's
Yeah.
definitely leveled
Yeah.
up.
He definitely got the DK.
You can tell.
You know,
you can tell on the hilt of his sword.
Yeah, gotten bigger, more
What's
outlandish.
like here? Yeah.
That's awesome.
So,
dude.
all right, insightful fighting.
Fuck.
He's got to make a deception roll.
Yeah, it's deception against my perception. Please roll real bad.
19 actually total.
All right, well,
So
he passed.
still. Did he really?
He did. I rolled like shit.
Rolled a four.
Insight, really?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the dodge action.
All right, yeah. That didn't work. I saw nothing as you just like Vader walking towards you, trying to like pick up a cue, and you're like, okay, there is nothing there. I'm gonna get into a
It's
defensive
just terror.
Yeah, no, that's great. I love it.
I don't even know how I will brace for that.
Vader's
but
a good
I'm
way of looking at it. Coming down the hallway. That's the vibe he gives off, actually.
His sword scraping the stone. There's sparks.
Yeah,
coming
it's
off it.
sparking. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh shit! Do you see what's happening? All right. I believe that's you're taking the dodge. So Alana.
Yeah. All right, cool. So, she is going to. I gotta close that so I can move. Our friend is right there. She is going to come around to being in front of him, and as she does, she is taking out that thunderstaff, like, and spinning it around, and then it like is lighting up with like power, and she's going to use it to cast the thunder and lightning, or the combo wombo one.
Okay.
I think that's thunder and lightning, if I'm not mistaken. But hold on. Yeah, thunder, lightning strike, and thunderclap at the same time, and that'll expend my charges on it for the day.
And what will that hit? that hit all of them?
Soth.
Just
That'll
Soth, okay.
so it'll be aimed at him, but it has thunderclap has the 600-foot radius for the audible. It has to be within 60 feet of me, which I believe he is. He needs to do a DC 17 Constitution saving throw for thunderclap and a 17 DC for dexterity.
So 17. What was the first one?
For con and dex.
So you see that the energy nails him, and he just kind of shrugs it off as he uses one of his legendary resistances on it.
Okay.
And then the second one, he rolled. What was it? What do you have to roll?
For con and dex. So
Dex. So he rolled a 12 with his dex.
okay, so that's the lightning strike. I gotta roll.
Can he use? It doesn't say more than one. Like he will definitely use his.
Good job.
Second legendary resistance.
Okay, but it's
Yeah, that looks good.
resistance though, right? Not immunity.
Exactly. So he just makes the saving throw, rather. Yeah, so he's not immune to it, yeah. But you
Okay.
burned through 2 of his legendary resistance this round.
Okay, let me roll some damage. That's 9d6.
Oh boy, this might be huge.
Yeah. So that is
I mean, just the resistances.
20.
If we can burn another one, I got an ace.
This is great, guys. This is what Saver Suck Burn Down is for. You know, or not even Saver Suck, but like you
Something like
can't
that.
technically miss.
So you can see both times, like you
Okay,
hit him
so
with the
that's-
full force, and he definitely would, if it wasn't just sheer will of him kind of pushing through the maelstrom, you can see it's still hurting him, but,
It's 33 lightning damage.
and then if he makes it, he gets cut in half.
Yep.
Okay, so that would be 8, 17. Okay, yeah, I mean, it definitely blasts part of him and lets out kind of a guttural. It definitely took resources away from him, for sure, and some damage.
All right, cool. And then that's my turn.
Just for
You shall not pass.
curiosity, have I ever
Basically.
seen
Yeah.
have I ever seen her invoke anything like that before?
No, that was the first, and it was like a maelstrom came up around her, and you realize too, if it wasn't this walking death knight, that would have just obliterated. And the fact that it slowed him down so much and actually pushed him back and did some damage was super impressive. No, you've never seen that. It came from the staff.
It was banned.
Awesome.
So you see Tanis is, huzzah, yes! He steps forward, charges in. We'll make a few attacks at. And ooh, he rolled a nat 20 on the first roll. That's no joke. This is with the other ones.
Oh,
Fuck.
Yeah, he rolled kind of shitty. I mean, he still, he runs up and slides underneath and comes up underneath his armpit and gets a deep cut. Tries to swing, push back and swing 2 more times, but misses. But since Soft is just.
Hey, he entered. Am I next to this guy? Oh, that guy. All right, never mind. Never mind.
No, go lay down. Go. I'm just checking something. So yeah, at the end of his turn, he's going to use an action to strike Tanis as a reaction. Sorry, rather try to. Yeah. So as he comes swinging down on him, he connects. As Tanis tries to block, he just comes right through. And as he does, you see this like beeping necrotic energy kind of, latch on and leave behind the cut through his armor. Tanis falls back. Fiend! And now we are at Bones.
Okay. What am I gonna do? What's the range? 60 feet. Shit. I'm gonna wait. Okay, I'm gonna use my Lucos Haunting Band. I'm gonna use my action to create an illusory image of myself within 30 feet, and it's just a distraction. It says it'll divert attention of enemies for a minute.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna put one like next to Ren, probably. Like here. And then I'm gonna back up to as far as I can. Bonus action. I guess I'll Hexblade's Curse on Soth.
He doesn't have to save for that. It just happens, right?
No, it's just a thing.
Yep. Alright,
Um,
anything else?
yeah.
Fine,
That's it.
Um, you see the dragon do nothing. She's just watching. Bungo.
Undo. All right. I am going to grip my sword tightly and make my sweet little way right up next to Lord Soth. And I'm going to call out to him and I'm going to say, Oathbreaker, you've lost your way and Paladin has deserted you. Submit now to his justice and walk with me in my black heart on the path to redemption. I'm going to attack him with Oathbreaker. Let him know.
Hell yeah.
You hear huzzah come from Oathbreaker after you do your as you're swinging down, just um yeah,
Yeah.
feeling inspired.
Gonna do True Strike for the attack. So that let's see here. Oh, fuck you.
The fans demand more Oathbreaker in character.
Yeah, dude, it's the worst roll. Freaking 11.
Yeah, as you swing down, you know, first time you swung it in battle, and though it was righteous, he swings and feels a little off as he steps to side and slaps it away.
I hate the damn animations on D&D Beyond. It's like teetering on a nat 20, teetering on an 18, it goes to a 4. I'm like, come
Brutal.
on. Okay, I'm gonna bonus action Misty Step. Use my ability to bonus action Misty Step back basically to where I was. And
Nice.
that'll be my turn. Yeah. Over here. Hit and run.
Gideon.
I fuck this shit. Am going to move up here, and I'm gonna reach my hand out. Well, I have one hand on Languish, and I'm just gonna touch Languish on him and look at him and say, Beatrix. And I'm gonna cast Bestow Curse from Languish on him.
Oh shit.
Oh
An
shit.
ancient curse. What do I gotta make here?
It's hold on, fuck. It's wisdom save.
Come on, this could be clutch.
It is also
What'd you roll? What does he need to roll under?
it's a wisdom save. Is it against my wisdom?
No, it should be. Is it from Languish?
Languish, yeah.
It doesn't say on there what the DC is. It just says bestow curse. This should be.
Let's see, hold on. It says I can cast. It has 5 charges. Bestow Curse is 4 of those
Okay,
charges.
yeah. Or it'd be higher, so we'll say 15. Yeah, I rolled a 13, so we'll say it's more than likely 15 or higher if yours is higher.
It's
Yeah.
like 15 or 16. Yeah.
So He failed it. You see, he stops him in his tracks as the fiery orange orbs underneath the helm that are his eyes kind of flare up and fizzle back down, and he shrugs it off as he uses his last legendary resistance.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you see that what you said to him rattled him.
All right.
Yeah, you guys burned through all three. That's a huge. That doesn't
Ah,
happen very often.
Hold
It
on.
hasn't been a full
No.
round yet.
Hold on one second here. Let me just go to my features. I am an Eldritch Knight. Is that's an action? Shit, which means nope, it's not a cantrip, so I can't do anything. I guess if anything, I would just like to make him feel cornered and
Yeah.
intimidated. And not that I can do that because he's a fucking,
Yeah. Well, no, you rattled him.
All right, that's it. 4 charges. Let me write that down.
You rattled him.
We're getting a good talking to, Gideon. You and Bungo.
Okay, anything else?
No, no, I can't do.
You see, he is taken aback. Like he was not expecting that much resistance that quickly, as you kind of, you know, um, as you guys kind of assaulted him quickly. He looks around. He's like, "I've had enough of this." He points his finger in the face of Gideon as you say his name, and he utters a word of arcane energy under his breath, and you just hear, "Duh." Need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh shit! Oh man! Con save.
Bungo.
All right, here we go. Con save. That is an 11.
All right.
Oh, so are you? It's 100 necrotic damage.
I'm down.
Wait.
Yep. And if you die that way,
I have 60 hit points.
I'd like to use a reaction here.
Oh wait.
Probably too late to counterspell because you said the result.
you don't. Yeah, I don't know if he's
Um,
spell that you.
probably can't even really.
I was thinking silver barb might work, but
I know.
like the
That's
worst
the
roll.
next
Yeah,
one.
this isn't. He's not casting a spell.
Well, then, let me see this silver barb.
Like I said, doesn't that, I think it specifies they have to take the worst roll,
Yeah.
like whichever roll is worse. So.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's when
Alright.
they succeed on an attack roll, an ability check, or saving throw. He didn't do an attack roll.
So
Yeah.
I have 60 hit points, so 100 will just put me down.
So yes, and if the damage reduces the target to 0 hit points, the target dies. So you see your heart give out and you fall back as as you do as you're commanded and die. Basically, your heart gives out. You see Gideon fall to the ground, lifeless.
Oh fuck! Like no saving him.
No, I mean unless you can
Raise people from the dead.
resurrect him. Can you
Yeah.
bring him back from the dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking more like just pumping HP into him, but like not if this is like
No,
turning
he's
into
dead. He
necromancy.
is dead. Yes,
Okay.
his character is dead. Yep.
Well,
All
that's
right.
Yeah, word of
time to
death.
reroll.
So, okay, that is
No,
his
we don't die in the road.
turn. And we are at Ren.
Great. I know just what to do now after seeing the hardiest member of my team get touch killed. Can I? Do I have enough view of him to do my usual insightful fighting, or do I need to like move around a peak?
No, you can see him.
All right. Well, then let's go ahead and try this again. Perception power. Oh, well, I got it. I guarantee you.
You rolled a 21.
I rolled a 29.
All
Well, I
right.
rolled a 20.
You got it.
But
So you see, he is like very extremely well trained in the art of sword fighting. But it's very like it's down, powerful strikes. You realize like you pick them apart in that way, like you can kind of read that. So yeah, you have advantage.
all right, I am going to. I'm gonna lay out. I'm gonna crossbow it, and yeah, let's just fucking do this. Does a 16 hit?
It does not.
All right. You want me to roll damage just to make it boring? I'm gonna go ahead and move around. What is that copy of Bones? Do I
Mhm.
see it? Does it look pretty convincing, like a Bones?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna tuck around and then like can I chill here? Is there enough space or am I like see how it's kind of like a half wall?
Sorry. You're what? I was reading something. I think I
All right. So yeah, sorry. So I set myself here, but I'm kind of like half in the wall. Is that cool or do
Yeah,
you need
you're
me?
up against the wall. No, you're up against the wall. Sorry.
All right.
Yep.
That's my everything.
All right. Alana.
You're muted.
I can hear myself, but you guys can't hear me. Yay. So I am, for the first time, again, I am using Shadow Spawn, and I'm using its Scorching Ray ability. So I'm going to take it out, and it's going to, like, have the black fire on it, and then I'm going to, like, hold it up and use it like it's where the magic's coming from. Now, do you want me to roll for each individual ray, or have the
Yeah,
one?
that's how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm going to do that.
One can miss and one can, yeah. You can
Yeah.
hit with multiple or none. Yeah.
That one is on its side and falling off. Woo. Okay, cool. So that's +6. So 14 misses, I'm assuming.
Yeah, 14 misses.
What about a 19?
That hits for sure.
Okay, and then 25.
That hits.
Okay, cool. So I've got 2 out of 3. All right.
Yep.
So I will roll for those. It's 4d6. And so that's 16 fire damage.
Okay. That yeah. Actually, so yeah, as that hits him, it just washes over him. The fire does, as his armor is warmed by it, even burning, but it doesn't seem to bother him. I was killed by God's fire. Your pathetic spell means nothing.
Awesome. I will.
Lesson learned, right?
I'm gonna go on the other side of Bungo, and that's my turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, he takes attack at Tanis using his actions. Oh, nat 20! I shit you not. But bam, from
Woo!
off. I'm not even.
I'm gonna use silvery barbs that.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay. All right. He rolled a 15 on die. Let me see. Yeah, he hit. He hit, but he doesn't crit on him.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give myself the advantage.
Silvery barbs shoot around him. He's like swatting at him, I guess. I don't know. I don't understand the spell. So,
Agreed.
You magically distract. It's exactly that. You magically distract the triggering creature.
Should have saved it. I should have saved it.
so he does hit him. but he doesn't crit. But you see, this Tannis does not look good. He's got 2 gaping wounds. He's trying to. But he is going to attack. Soft and miss is on the first. He connects with him on one of his attacks, though you can tell he's labored. Bones.
I'm going to attempt to dominate monster on Lord Soth.
Okay. What's the
Is-
save?
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Is Memnock here?
He's somewhere. He's probably on Ren. His token's not here, but I haven't really used him, so
23.
yeah. Figured that would happen. He succeeds. Okay.
He does
Bonus
+9.
action. Yeah, I figured it was ridiculous.
You know, it's a good. I would have tried that. That's a move that everybody should have tried
Oh,
because
yeah.
the dice
Oh,
are
yeah.
fickle. You know.
Well, and his resistances were gone. Also,
Yeah,
like,
of course you. Yeah,
yeah,
because
of
to
course,
dominate him in that moment, yeah, of course you.
then we just win basically.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Basically, yeah. I'll bonus action. Magic stone. No, Memnock's not even with me. I think that's it. I think I'm done.
Did you throw the magic stones?
No, I'll just cast them. I just have them now.
Oh, okay.
It's an action to throw them. Actually, hold on, 5. I'm just gonna go down these stairs a bit.
Okay.
That's it. I'm assuming I have some cover because I go down the stairs. There's the
Yeah.
floor there. So yeah, okay. Actually,
He's
I'll be
hovering
like
up.
here against the wall.
The dragon's up here, kind of hovering. Still, she's watching. The dragon's near screens and stuff
Warrior.
around. Bungo.
I'm going to talk to Oathmaker and
Okay.
implore him to heal Tannis.
Beyond my healing.
Oh,
Beyond your healing. Okay. Then no, not Tannis. The fighter with
Or
the
I'm
crown.
sorry. Who'd you
Not-
say?
His name's Tannis, right?
Oh,
the
you want to
pla-
heal Tannis?
Yeah, not Gideon. Gideon's
Yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha. Of course he can heal Tannis. I'm sorry. I thought you said yeah. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Of course he can heal Tannis.
No, that's
Yes.
fine.
That's it. Save the night. Oh, a noble deed. Yeah.
Brother
What's
in
the
arms.
heal spell in that? Is it all of his hit points or all but a certain amount?
70.
70. Oh yeah. You see, he's
and
like
any-
the wounds. Paladine. And you bless me again. You see, he seems invigorated by it.
Yeah,
You
and if
see
he
soft
had
look.
any blindness, deafness, or disease, those are wiped.
Oh yeah, he's feeling invigorated, and he needed it because he was.
Get back in the game, buddy. And I am going to inspire. I think a lot. Is Alana up next? Yeah.
Ren would technically be next.
Ren would be first,
But
and then me.
All right. And then I'm gonna inspire Ren because he's next, and I inspired Alana last time.
Unfortunately, Gideon, we're gonna go past. He's gave his life fighting a good fight. You see,
Are Gideon's
Soth looks
like
around.
belongings still there?
You see, points again. He's like, "I've had enough of this." His hand comes up, and there's this ball of black fire that he's gonna hurl, coming from his finger, down towards the rest of you guys. Which is let me see how big it is. Okay.
Like, is that a spell or an effect? If it's a spell, I'd like to counter
Try
spell.
to. Yeah, I got to see. It might be considered a spell. The other one's just an ability where he didn't say anything about
Yeah.
casting a spell. How come I can't get any bit there? That's what she said. That's still taking. Damn. Okay. He's gonna put it back there. So I need everybody to make a dexterity. Oh yeah, let me double check that it's. Soth hurls a magical ball of fire that explodes at a point he can see. No, that is not a spell. He literally just hurls it. It doesn't cast a spell. It says he just hurls a ball, just like the other one says he points to a creature and commands it to die.
Mm-hmm. There's no attack roll or anything like that.
There's no attack roll.
Dex
Just
save?
he hurls a powerful ball of. So everybody needs to make a dexterity saving throw, unless you have some other.
Nat 20. I shit you
Do it.
not. Means I'll take regular damage.
12?
14.
You say it was a dex?
Yep.
Okay.
You have evasion, Jeff?
Not yet.
I thought you did.
Okay.
Did we decide you did?
I got uncanny dodge.
I swear we
What
looked
level-
last time and you
yeah,
had it.
I think you had evasion. You should look it up.
You
think you
are
do.
you fucking serious?
What'd you
Yeah.
roll? What'd everybody roll?
I got 14.
I got a 7.
Nat 20 for a total of 22.
You know, like Shadow Spawn totally like absorbs the black fire and like, you know.
Hurl it back
Fancy,
at him.
Yeah.
And it's twice as big.
And black fire now? Yeah.
Right.
Ren, what'd you roll?
12. But you're right, I do have evasion.
Nice.
So that is this ball of necrotic and fire energy, like I guess necrotically infused fire explodes as you would take 42 fire, half as much as if you've saved or any other resistance. So 42 fire and
Oh.
37 necrotic, or half as much as if you saved, which I don't think anybody did. And like no, Bones
was
did.
the
Sorry,
save?
Bones did.
Yeah, but I am vulnerable, so
Yeah.
I take regular, so I'm
No,
also
yeah,
dead.
exactly.
What was the save?
Dexterity 19, DC 19.
19 DC. Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
So I'm down.
Yeah, I'm done.
Who had a death ward up?
Oh, I did. So I'm at 1 hit point. Oh, and so did
Wait.
Gideon.
Ah, fuck! You guys got to remember that.
You know
shit,
what?
'cause
It
thematically, it doesn't matter.
delayed
though.
release. Delayed
No,
release.
no.
Yeah.
So you have
I
one.
I would have
left.
died on
I
that
have
one.
1 hit point.
He still would have
Yeah.
been down. Wait, so who's still up?
Me.
No
Good
one,
way to
right?
look.
I
Did
am.
I am
anyone?
at 1 hit
No
point.
one make it.
1 is 2.
Oh, you've got one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I have
So,
6 HP left.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that explodes and everybody's. You see. Oh, I got to roll for Canis because that would be 79 total damage if he fails. And he does.
Plus his crown of defense.
Oh yeah. Well. Yeah. You don't know what's going
Don't know
on
what
with
he's
it, but he's
doing.
wearing it.
It's doing something.
Well, no, he doesn't
Probably.
seem to be. You haven't seen him use any of its powers. For
Oh,
total
yeah, yeah.
powers.
Sure, yeah.
Whatever that means, but no, he did not make it, and he is hurt. Okay, Ren, you can make a death save. And Alana, you can go.
I feel like I need to pull out all the stops on this one.
You can
Yep.
use your inspiration on your death save.
Are we waiting for Ren to roll his death save or no?
No, you can go ahead because it doesn't. Like he can't complete. Yeah, I mean, he
Yeah.
rolls a 1.
Rolled a 6.
So, unlike the character that I'm depicted as, I will act as Alana does and do my change into dread form and
Okay.
will also pump my oath to get conquering presence, of which Soth has to roll a whiz save. If I'm close enough. Am I close enough?
Okay.
I need to be.
What is the DC on it?
The DC on that. He
He
needs to
failed
make
it
it.
anyways. Sure.
It's supposed to be 14, but if he rolled
Yeah.
less than that, then.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me make sure that this is linear. Oh, cool. I think that's 30 feet. Yeah, so he's totes afraid.
So he doesn't seem to be affected by your fear, mortal men. So he's immune to being frightened.
I'm also a 9-foot monster.
So he might respect you, but he doesn't fear you.
Hey, that's a cool
Unfortunately,
trick
yeah.
you got there.
I've
Let me.
seen things that would make your skin crawl.
Yeah, I will
He's
change my
a pretty
side.
tough force to be reckoned with.
They...
And I will get close.
Okay.
And end my turn because I did a lot.
At the end of your turn, he's gonna attack Tanis with his thing, and he rolled he hit.
You're
You
the
see he
he hit.
runs his blade up through his Tanis's chest. He's like, and as he does, he grabs the crown and he looks him over and I told you I would take this from you. And he kicks him off and turns around and cuts his head off. And his head flops to the ground. You guys look up and you see that dragon rear up and spit bolts of lightning. And right before it hits you, you guys are hurled out of the mirror. It's landing on your back, sliding into that familiar room. Kind of look around. You can still smell the smoke. It's clinging to you a little bit, but all of your wounds are gone. But Gideon, however, you are alive, first of all, and there was like this nothingness.
You're in hold. Hold music.
Yeah, like there was it's horrifying. It was a jarring and horrific event. So I need you to roll 1d6 for me.
2.
It's like the Care Bears sing song.
So you take a minus, so 1 to 2. Okay, so you take a -1 to your wisdom, on your mental attributes, as you are the shock of having to feel the death, and like he told you that it's physically safe, but there's
All right.
other things that can happen if you were to die.
All right.
Perhaps if your mind.
My mind's going, and that's one thing I had. Okay.
But you guys definitely feel like physically okay. You still feel like you feel physically okay. You still smell that smoke a little bit. There's this weird mix of like that felt so real. Some of it almost seems real even now. But
Wait, so we're out of the memory now?
yep, you see Caradoc standing there. Chose to stand and fight him. That was a bold choice, and you fought well. I think you even surprised him in his own fantasy. But he is powerful, you see. Not unstoppable, at least not here, but very powerful.
We fail.
Failed is not one way to look at it, or just didn't succeed this time.
I'll look at South. Does he look any different than the last time we came out of the mirror?
No, he still looks the same. Like, he looks slightly different from the first one, remember, but then you went in the second one, but now there's no difference from the... you hear Oathmakers like, a failure is only a stepping stone to success. Remember that, friends. Our strength doesn't come from our successes, but the failures that got us there.
Yeah, whatever, buddy.
Really good reframing.
Reminds me of a speech I got from Paladin school once.
You've been there. Good. I wrote the syllabus.
The real treasure was the friends we've made along the way.
Oh, that
Like,
fucking
back
that hurt, guys. I thought maybe I could get in his mind with the Beatrix comment, but apparently he took offense to that. So maybe
Yeah, it
I'll
was
just
awesome.
stay in the back next time. Oh my
You'll stay in the back. That's a weird decision.
Yeah, no, you
No,
can't look at
it's
his
not.
butt anymore, Ren.
gosh. Man, fuck.
Is the rigor mortis out of your brain? Are you okay? You, you need something?
I don't need any. I mean, there's just a couple things I could use, but I don't think it's beneficial. Ah,
A
fuck.
good game, Spag.
Stay the fuck away from me. Fucking.
I say we go right back in there and show them what's for.
The
What's
mirror's
the
still
idea
right there,
this time?
right?
Because force, I don't think it's gonna work.
What if, Ren, you
I
got
think we
sticky
have to
fingers,
kill
right?
Tenant immediately.
I'm sorry.
Could you just knife the crown off of what's his face, and we can just like hightail it?
That's interesting. I mean,
I'll turn
technically,
to-
yeah, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to like get away with it. You know what I mean? Like that's a
Oh,
that's a
I've seen
goal.
the kids in the streets. One of them will like get on their knees under someone, and the other one will like shove them and then take their stuff.
That's more like it. We could do the old bump and grab. You know what I'm saying?
He
I'm
was
just
near
trying to think
death.
outside the box.
I'll
You
turn to
hear
our
that
ghostly
song.
friend. Are the fantasies the same every time?
Yes, he relived them over and over and over, pulling himself away from reality further and further.
So we know if we go in again, Tanis will come right up to us in the alleyway.
And that's when we get them.
Mm-hmm.
All the swords.
Yes.
I believe this plan would work, but I'm not sure that I could be party to
You can
such
watch.
treachery in a case like this.
I've been known to kill a man.
Look, I'm not saying it's the best ethical option, but it does have some really
There's no
sound
ethics
reasoning.
involved.
Exactly.
Just
This is
read
a
the
memory.
memory. Nothing's
It
happening.
is a memory. It is a memory. It's,
We can either make it a nice dream or a bad dream, or
Quick.
So we're making
Dream.
it horrible
I don't
for
think
him
it's gonna be
again.
quick. He was heavily armored, hard to hit. I mean, Soth
Yeah,
has
but
got.
here's what we do. We
Now we're
get
talking
the
about
upper
his hand.
hand. He thinks we're part of his team. As soon as that happens, boom.
yeah,
Um,
I'm talking about double crossing Tanis and killing the weakened elf, taking the crown,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
showing
And then
Soth.
once the crown is on, I don't know, we give it to, I guess, Alana. It was her idea.
Couldn't we tell him?
Alana in
Couldn't
shred
we
form,
convince him?
we'd cut
You
him
guys are
off, turn
talkers.
Alden
Couldn't we convince him that the only way through this is him giving away and doing that stupid things that the lawful people like to do, where they give their lives for other people? I mean, fuck that
No,
shit.
I think Gideon's onto something. All right, Bungo, Bones.
You really want
I
to stop
want-
him. If
I don't
he's
know.
lawful, he's going to come to that conclusion.
What if we lay it out that he needs to protect the crown and make sure it doesn't fall into, evil hands, so that like he sends us off to like go hide it.
Are you talking about Soth or are you talking about Tanis?
Tannis.
No, I'm talking about Ant.
Tannis,
I'm
those
talking
loyal
about keeping the
fucks will
fucking
they'll
crown
die
outside.
on the sword. They will die on the sword, and if you can convince them something is worth defending, I've seen it many times in my life. Just saying, that leads to not us killing this guy, possibly.
But plus, if that falls through, then we resort to knocking him to the ground. I'll take the crown and run, unless I can give it to someone else who's better
I
at
could
running.
also-
with
I could try what I was going to try, or what I did try. I can sort Soth against him. Just command him to give us the crown.
Yeah, but here's the thing. We've regained our abilities. I can only imagine they've regained theirs.
Yeah, but I'm more worried about the protective defenses that are on that crown anyways. You know what I mean? So we may be up against those just to get it off his head, which is fine. I think we should absolutely try that, but then we got to be in a good position where we take him to the ground, someone
Well,
gets that crown, and we get the fuck out of there.
Bungo, you have the ability to counteract someone's spells, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Did he? We didn't see him use any magic, did we?
Yeah. No.
So
We encountered him in the
likely-
alley. It's already hurt pretty bad.
yes,
And
that's true.
I think that, we don't need to fight stuff. We just need to show him that we have the
Yeah.
crown. And that's what will undo him. And so we just need to get the crown off this Tannis guy one way or the other.
And we
since-
need to.
That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
I think we also need to kill Tannis because part of his fantasy is that he kills Tannis and gets the crown.
Oh, so we have to kill Tannis too? This is getting steeper. But again, just a dream memory.
Unless we think just us having the crown will be enough.
That's what I'm hoping for. But you know what? Without the crown, he may be even easier to kill. We've
And he
got
just
the
kills
upper
us, takes the
hand.
crown and
He,
then kills him.
he thinks we're his buddies. He thinks that he's leading us. So we've got that instance to set something up. A sort of combined all of us pounce, or, a pylon of something.
Yes.
But someone needs to be ready to remove the crown from the situation, unless, Alana, you just want to immediately don it.
I mean, I would.
I'm okay with that too, because then it removes the crown from the situation, but only in the sense that it's still here within a situation. We just have an upper hand. Salt may still come after us because now he wants to kill Alana, but I think no matter what, it disrupts the memory enough, right?
Oh, we'd hope so.
Perhaps.
I
Are you ready?
it's-
Again,
I-
in
yeah,
Intrepid
I think-
Adventures, you won't let one fail your.
No,
No.
nonsense.
Ruined
I think we head in again.
Yeah.
We got this.
Best of luck.
In we
Don't
go.
die.
As you guys step in, it's the exact same feeling again, deja vu, exact same kind of smells. It still assaults you and is unreal at first, but then you realize you're like, catch your eye and you hear the flapping of the wings and like debris hitting the ground and dust hitting your eyes. You guys take a second to catch your bearings and you see
Wait until he gets here.
figure comes stumbling out, wearing a crown, half elven, got his plate, Tannis. Oh, there you are, allies. Come in, quick, rally to me. He runs up to you
My
guys,
liege.
puts his hand on your shoulder. Good to see you. Come, rally with me. I think we can still win this
Likewise,
fight.
sir. We're ready. Right?
Let's go.
Um,
Turns and he's.
I'm gonna
run up.
attempt to cast Dominate Monster on him.
Dominate monster. Can you draw? Yeah, I don't know if you drop it. in chat.
Wisdom save.
Okay.
you do that on a person?
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't they have to be a monster?
A creature.
Absolutely
Nope,
can.
just says that
Oh.
creature.
Oh.
That's why I was like,
17
oh
total.
shit. Ah, fuck.
What do you
I'll go.
roll? Wait, what do you roll?
He barely made it. 17.
Cutting words.
Oh!
Words.
D8.
If he rolls more than 2, he fails.
What is it? You can roll. Yeah, you can roll it.
6.
So he
You
fails.
utter some. Yeah. Fuck you.
So it's
What? Oh.
whispers in his ears. It is a charmed condition though, so unless he's immune to charm.
Actually, no.
Half elf, isn't he?
He is half elf. But
So he'd
does,
have
does that mean he's
advantage.
immune? He just has advantage.
I
He,
think.
he
Yeah, it would be advantage against being charmed.
okay, well then he would definitely get that advantage, yeah. So and he failed. He rolled a 4, so
All right.
got him. He just stops what he's doing and stares. Okay.
I got him.
He actually does.
I'll take that.
Well, he doesn't answer to you, I guess.
I tell him to give him the crown.
He hands it over.
Passy backsies. I'm gonna hand it to Bones, who could hand it to Alana.
Well, we know where Soft will be. Let's go up there and I can do something.
I'm gonna take this and run away.
He just runs off and it's just a dream. Come back.
I'll grab her. I'll make an attempt if she does.
Oh, she's not right.
So what's happening? Tell me exactly what's happening.
So
Who's got the crown? Who's running?
Alana's getting the
got the crown.
crown, and she's
Okay.
donning it.
I'll
And
put it
you're
on.
running. Are you really? Or are you just joking around?
I mean,
Where are you
I don't want to go because it's gonna give him the option to take it from me.
No. We know where he'll be. He's on the dragon. He'll come down. Before he does that, our friend, what's your name, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. Tannis. That's
Tannis.
right.
Tannis.
I couldn't remember Tannis or Tanish, so I did that.
Tannis.
That when we get up there and Soft sees him, Tannis will jump off the tower.
Okay, so you can go do that.
I'm gonna stay by Alana.
I suppose you don't have to be there.
Does the crown do anything when I put it on?
Oh, you put it on?
Happened to
The
try to
moment you
stop
put it on,
her.
Feel a surge of. You feel a surge of power.
I
you
totally
can't-
put it on. No, you
Yeah, you can't stop her from putting it on. Or at least not.
Oh,
You can try
that's-
to take it off of her. for
No,
sure, but she.
Okay, fine.
Can I cast this spell?
Trust in the system. This was the plan.
I don't trust
This
it.
was the plan.
I don't
right.
trust
As soon as you
Alana.
put it on, you feel a rush of power, and you immediately understand and can, have a working knowledge of the crown. You feel as though you're shielded from a lot of damage and potential threat. So you're under the influence of a shield spell. So +5 to your AC and immunity to, but just like all the
Cool.
time while you're wearing it. You also are surrounded by a globe of invulnerability while you are wearing this.
Whoa.
Oh.
fun. Okay.
Hold on, there's a little bit more here.
Yeah.
This dude did not know how to use his headgear.
Yeah, he chose not to. I chose not to. He would just tell you. Powerful. Sorry. You can also cast magic missile. You can shoot 3 missiles every round if you want. Like that's just something you can do, and cast ray of enfeeblement at will. It still takes an action, but no
No
you can do
resource
it,
cost.
Yeah, exactly. And you can cast shatter 3 times a day.
Damn.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
alright.
what I wanted up there. Can I cast a spell? Mainly for flavor.
So but now you guys are all still down that kind of on the ground or the floor, the ground level rather.
Yeah, I'd like
Like before
can I
you
cast
never
a spell?
chased him because he's just standing there, so you never chased him up on the wall that was over there.
Todd,
Bungo.
Yeah, I want to cast polymorph on Memnock
Oh.
and turn him into a giant ape.
Okay. See, this is where. Let me look at the spell polymorph.
What's
So I
that?
kind of wrote myself in a corner here because I made a point of saying that he was a real creature. I think normally that would not work on a familiar. because
Okay, no, that's fine.
But I did make a point. Again, I narratively put
It's
myself
okay
into a
if we want
corner.
to like not decide that that's okay though. That's
I
fine.
narratively put myself in a corner.
But I'll
I
cast
will
that
allow it for this dream, and you're in a dream. So yeah, for now, until maybe if
It
it works.
works.
But I think But so you can certainly do that. You see Memnock turn into this giant ape,
demon ape.
little
starts
wing.
pummeling bones. No, he's turned on.
If we're
Yeah,
going to
flapping
make
of
a
wings.
if we're gonna make an example of Tennis, he needs to die in an instant. If he takes damage, I don't know, I was literally speaking in D&D terms.
Yeah.
If he's injured while he's under the spell, he could wake up from it. So
Well, he doesn't have his protection, so
exactly. Let's start climbing.
So we all kind of get ready to
As you guys-
execute him.
He's gonna jump off.
on
As you guys step
3.
up on the wall, the wind shifts and you see the beating wings and you see this figure slam to the ground. It's soft, as he looks up. Tannis, prepare to die. I'll take your head and I'll take the crown on top of it.
I'll
See Tannis
step
just
forward.
standing there.
You're nothing
Um,
that night. He's under my control. And I'll command Tannis to jump off the tower.
You see Tannis turns and looks at and runs and dives head first off the tower. Does it say and it says against? It doesn't say anything about against as well because it's 8th level spell. I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
He,
Yeah,
he,
I read through it specifically
yeah,
to make sure.
he
Like,
hurls himself off the edge, and he hears neck break, and he looks over at Alana wearing the crown. You take my kill, wear my crown. And he turns and looks, and you see that blue dragon with that figure on top kind of look down at him and then just fly off. And he looks down. You see the pinpoint orange of his eyes flare in rage as that ball of black and fiery energy appears in his hands, and he begins to draw his blade. And as he does, you hear that shattering sound as everything kind of rumbles around you, and the ground splits open, and you see Soth fall down into it, and Kiara fly away. No, no! I ruin it with a Vader scream. And you guys hear that shattering sound as this oval,
Who's the
appears.
cherry on top?
The world around you begins to fall apart like shattered glass.
I obviously missed part of this conversation because I was trying not to get Alana to have that because I don't agree with that.
Pretty sweet crown. As you guys leap out of the falling apart mirror or whatever, you guys land on come rolling out of the mirror. This time a little bit better. You stumble like you were ready. You didn't just fall out, and you're more prepared, kind of getting used to this travel. As you come out and you kind of check your body again, you're like, okay, everything's good, we're fine. Alana's like, it's not there.
Thank God.
This is how it goes. We have a good plan. We stick to it. That was well orchestrated. I'd like to give a round of applause to Bones, MVP.
Oh, thank you.
The dive was really great.
A lesson to be learned there that it's greater as a group, greater than some of your parts. Zoth never understood, that's for sure. Everybody can level up.
Except for one of our.
Whoa! Yeah.
Hey, Damien, just let
baby.
me know. Remember what level you wanted me to take, whether it was.
You're gonna definitely do Paladin, I think.
Okay.
And then once you go one level of Paladin, I'm gonna give you back control of I don't want you to feel like you're being railroaded, but that's the pact. I like that better. And it makes more sense. And I was teetering on that anyways, so you'll go one level of Paladin, and then you can decide. You can go back to Bard or go back and forth, do your whole thing. But so I don't think you'll have an oath yet.
No,
that's
it's
third
not
level.
like level 3.
Yeah, so you just take one level of Paladin. Yep.
No, I'm not.
You do see that he looks about 2 inches taller, and he's definitely just ripped. That ever since he's been using his new blade, it's all is just okay.
Those
He's still
veins
smooth,
popping out of his arms.
Yeah. Better be okay.
I love it. He's so vascular.
Steroid Stewie. No.
In the roid rage.
Right, Stewie.
It's like, I'm really John Mayer. You better be okay with it. Well done. Well done.
Very
I'll
nice.
play that.
Yeah. That's good.
I mean,
it's
I know
up
it
to you
took us
guys.
2
If you
times
wanna-
to do that one,
Yeah, that was good.
but we
That was
I'm
good.
cool
we
with
learned and we corrected.
I'm cool with keep playing. We keep playing, but I know it's 8:45 here versus whatever. So this is a decent place to stop. But if you want to do another mirror, I'm open for it. But I know it's much later and don't feel like you guys.
Yeah, it's a
Up
good
to you
time for
guys.
us to stop here.
Yeah, if you guys are feeling, I assumed as much. I just want you guys to know that I'm never not okay with playing longer. But I get it.
I love that
Um,
about you, David, but I also appreciate your awareness
under-
of our
Oh,
time
I'm
zone.
super aware. Yeah, super aware of it. Are you kidding? I was over there. That's like I was already aware and was like, wow, that's really, it's cool that you guys play. And then when I was doing it, I was like, Jesus, yeah. We start at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
We start at 6. I'm used to start at 6. It's rough. Um,
Yeah.
especially I mean, it's better on a Saturday, I guess, but Tuesdays were real rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tuesdays.
Tell me about
Tuesdays
it.
are more rough.
I can't wait until the shop takes off and I don't have to wake up on Wednesday mornings. And then
go.
you better
You're
watch out.
living the
You
life.
are so close, brother. I can feel it.
Everybody
So
can level up
fucking
before you go into your second 2 more mirrors.
oh my god, do I?
Oh, one more thing though, of course. So as you guys are celebrating and enjoying, your victory, you kind of look over at the throne. Um, you see,
Oh yeah.
the knight is now sitting bolt upright.
Mm.
Oh boy.
You see, his head kind of shakes like this. You see the orange uh, pinpoints within the blackened eye sockets of his armor flare up. Slowly stares at each of you, and kind of stares off into nothing. And you still see like like when you really look, there's kind of a insubstantial, but it's not. It's almost
Looks really real.
getting more. Yeah, it's getting more real and more real. And it's
More
actually
like an
moving.
illusion if you know like a minor illusion is an illusion and you're like, oh, I can kind of see through it.
Yeah, it's starting. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't look. Yeah, exactly. Um, and so yeah, you do see that as well,
Oh boy.
beginning to stir.
All right, and with that, tonight's session is a wrap. Good job, Damien. We have Arcanus coming up Tuesday, and then we'll be here next Saturday. And we invite you to come join us in the third penetration of a mirror. I did penetration for Jeff specifically,
Yeah, that
Uh,
is the way to describe it.
this is, I like it and I don't like it at the same time. So, all right, signing off. Oh, hey, check out Shopping and D&D. We got some cool shit coming at you.